Welcome back to the vendor table.
Hi.
What's going on, lady?
The usual.
Nice shirt.
Thank you. You too.
Shout out to the GOAT.
The late great.
The late great James Earl Jones. Legends never die.
He won't.
He won't. It's ironic that I wore this shirt today, and he just passed away last night. We're recording today, but yeah, big part of my childhood, from Darth Vader to the dude from The Sandlot to oh my God, Field of Dreams. What wasn't he in? But
Mufasa.
He was Mufasa. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh my God, he's everything.
Mufasa died twice.
Like, you know, one of the, like, I feel like he's a voice of God. So you
yeah,
know.
pretty much.
So he's up there right now. Legends never die, baby. Okay, Sandlot, great movie.
Great movie.
Great movie. Probably that's in top 5 for me. Maybe top 10. Maybe slightly outside. But as a kid growing up in the 90s, baby, 90s just had the best fucking movies.
Best everything.
It really did, man. I could see why these like little Gen Zers are trying to bring back the 90s. You're failing because you don't have it like we had it.
Listen, I'm going to give them a lot of credit for certain things. And one is bringing back baggy jeans.
Baggy jeans? Baggy jeans are making a comeback?
For women.
For women?
Because now I don't have to wear tight shit.
Like, listen, if they try to bring back like Jenko jeans, get the fuck out. No. I hated that shit.
I mean, yeah, no.
I hated that shit. I hated that era.
Do you remember the big UFO pants?
Yes, they were terrible.
With the straps?
Yeah. Terrible.
Octopus balloon pants?
Absolutely terrible. Oh my God. I remember like that whole era. The girls had like the bell bottoms. Like the bell bottoms came back. So
well,
like
listen,
that. The low rise jeans.
Listen, flare jeans, if they were high waisted back in the day, I would have fucking bought them.
Yeah.
I did. Well, I bought them anyway, but they looked like shit. Made me look like I had the worst ass ever.
My wife always says like the greatest thing they did was bring back like high-waisted jeans.
High-waisted jeans.
Like every woman loves high-waisted jeans.
Ever take those away. Ever. You can't. Please, you'll pry them from my cold dead hands. Skinny jeans, fuck them off. I don't need those. Uh-huh. They actually hurt to wear. I'm good with losing those.
Yeah.
And that was a pain in the ass to get off. Jesus Christ, they have to go inside out. I have to sit on the floor.
I feel like my jeans have never been like, I've never been like the super skinny jean kind of guy. Like one that's, no.
Well, for a long time, guys were wearing girls' pants.
Yeah. I think like if you were like an emo kid, like,
yeah,
like
scene kid.
Like scene kids, yeah. Wore like really tight pants and shit.
Like emo kids wore skater pants.
Yeah.
Like Dickies.
Yeah. Like personally, like I never was into that shit. Like I was an Abercrombie and Hollister kid for a while.
Of course you were.
Yeah. I had a puka shell necklace.
Of course you did.
Okay. Yeah, I had frosted tips. I did. Okay. You want to come after me? Go right ahead.
Okay. I had like every color hair under the sun every 2 weeks.
Dude, I was like so tan because I would always be outside. I always wore like pastel shirts. Never popped the collar, motherfuckers. I never popped the collar. Okay. But I had a puka shell necklace and I did frosted tips. And I did walk around with my surfboard thinking I was fucking awesome.
Did you surf?
Yes. Not very good at it, but I did surf. So
you just wanted the look.
I wanted the look.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's all right.
I wanted the early 2000s Abercrombie Hollister look.
My favorite t-shirt in high school was like a light blue t-shirt with Gurr from Invader Zim on it.
That's great.
And I wore it every opportunity I could without it being dirty.
I had a shirt that said Buzzcocks on it. I used to think I was so clever. So clever. Because you could wear it to school. And I was like, yeah, it's got the word cocks in it. Such an asshole.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. All right. So
buttons.
So let's talk about wedding stuff, before people tune us out. Okay. So, yeah, it's been a crazy season thus far. We're back into it. It's been beautiful this year. Let's knock on wood though, because last year sucked. Not couples, I love you.
No,
2023 couples. But
every weekend.
It was just the weather sucked last year for some reason. At least here in New York.
Listen, we can deal with rain.
I'm knocking on wood that this doesn't happen.
We can deal with rain, but every Saturday for like 17 weeks. it rained.
I had, I think, 9 weekends in a row. I remember that it rained every weekend. It was like great. Every wedding photo from last year was gray skies. And like, don't get me wrong, gray days are great days.
Do you remember like at the beginning of this year, it was just like, I'm dying for a golden hour.
Yeah.
Just dying.
I think I remember the first golden hour I shot this year. I was like, holy shit.
I remember what this is like.
I shot like last year I worked a lot with Joe, and we would call him Gloomy Gov because every time I worked with Joe, it would be raining or overcast. Aww. So we call him Gloomy Gov. But now, Joe this year, we've gotten a lot of golden hour days. We've collected the nectar together. So gotta say, it's been pretty damn good. But someone was asking me, you know, what will we do when we age out of being wedding photographers?
I don't know. I'm really hoping this thing takes off because that's my retirement plan. I don't really have anything else going on.
Oh, shit. We're banking a lot on this.
Let's,
yeah, which we make $0 on.
Yeah. It's doing great, you guys.
Doing great. So awesome. So fun. But no, the time will come. Like, we're getting older, and I think, you know, one day we will age out of being wedding photographers.
And listen, I know you older photographers love what you do, and you stay in great shape, and you work out every day, and you're amazing, and you can do it all, and all that stuff. Lauren O'Brien, cannot and will not do this forever.
It's going to be tough. For me personally, I don't even think it's the physicality of it. I think it's personally the connections with the clients.
I'm not going to be able to connect. I don't want to be...
You don't want to be the old person?
I don't want to be the old person talking to the youngsters. I don't want to like be on TikTok as a like 50-year-old person going, you got that Riz?
Yeah. I've been noticing, like, someone said this, and it's like, we're getting older, but the clients are staying the same age.
Yes.
Because it's the truth. Like, most people getting married are like 26, 27, 28 years old. You know, obviously we have a few like in their 30s, early 30s, even late 30s. But like for the far majority, they're in their late 20s, at least in this area. A lot of people get married in their late 20s. And I still connect with them.
I think right now we do a great job of connecting with our clients, even if they are 10 years younger than us. I certainly am young at heart.
I'm very young at heart.
Yeah, like I'm still a fucking kid. But when... And my sense
I'll never
humor,
grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid, bitch.
I still think fart jokes are hilarious. Okay. So like until that, I mean, fart jokes are going to be
Toys
hilarious
R Us kid
until
forever.
I'm dead.
Toys R Us kids. We're bringing all the 90s nostalgia.
I know. But there will come a day where I won't be able to connect with my clients as well as I could. And when that day comes, I'm not going to carry on doing this. My body will fail me in some way, shape, or form. It's already not doing so great. But there will be a time where I will have to hang the wedding hat up and pivot to something else. Mm-hmm. We've already talked. I definitely am going to continue doing like motherhood and lifestyle sessions because I connect very well with my clients.
Yeah.
Families and maternity specifically. Maybe boudoir.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You'd be good at that. Personally, for me, I think I'll probably pivot to marketing. Branding. I love.
You're good at that.
Yeah, like I think we all have specialties and stuff like that. I think you're great with motherhood, maternity. You know, like I think I could do family. I think I could still do like engagements or small elopements. I don't think I'll ever lose the love for photographing a couple together. I really do love those. I love engagement sessions. I really do. It's probably one of my favorite things to do.
We've talked about this before too, but engagement shoots, like I could do them.
I do them every day.
All day, every day. I love them so much.
Like if I had an engagement shoot every day, 5 days a week, I think I would be really happy.
I'd be fulfilled.
Like they're great. I love the just personal connection you have with the couples, and like you don't like, not to say you put on a show on a wedding day, but it's a lot less stress doing an engagement shoot because it's just two people, and like you're just managing the emotions of two people, and like watching them just be
There's
themselves.
No other external factors at play. Yeah. It's just.
I don't think I'll ever age out of that. Yeah. But weddings are, like I'm 38 and I've been full time for 5 years now. It was my side hustle way before that. I did it for 7 years before it became my full-time job. So I'm still relatively new in this industry in terms of like lifespan. Like I know people that have been in this industry for 10 plus 15 years and they're younger than me, but they're starting to get burnt out.
Yeah.
So I think like, and I'm seeing that like, it's just, the constant grind of 30, 40, 50 plus weddings a year, dealing with the emotions of so many people and everything like that. It can take its toll on a creative.
I also think it's really important, we've brought this up many times before. It's why we started this podcast, because a lot of the other people, educators who are discussing these things aren't talking about this kind of topic,
no.
like aging out and exiting the industry, which is a very real thing. Mm-hmm. A lot of people will start a studio, for example, and they'll hire on associates and a team, and they'll manage the business and have other creators work under them, which is great. But that's just not something that I would ever see in the cards for me. I am too much of a control freak.
Same. And I've thought about it too, because I had Meredith Associate for me last year, and I got a taste of that, but I am still a control freak, and it's hard for me to let go of things. And I don't know if I could do that. Like, that's just me. Like, personally, I think, if you are getting older, it is a good mindset to have, though, building and establishing a team, and maybe they do work underneath you.
And then maybe one day you sell the business. It's a smart plan.
It is a smart plan. Like, I thought of it like my kid, like I have, a 3 and a 6-year-old, like, could I leave them the business? Like if they're interested in doing photography and they want to be the next photographer of the family, then sure. Yeah. Like, that opportunity will be there for them. But like, I'm not gonna force my kids to take over the business or anything like that. I just personally think I'll probably end up pivoting into a different field. I do love this, and I'm, my couples don't have anything to worry about, like, especially the next like few years. I'm not aging out anytime soon. It's just more the fact that I know one day it's going to start like creeping into the brain, and that's when you really should start making adjustments for it. Like,
and having a plan.
Yeah. Like I'm taking less weddings next year. I think I'm only going to do 30 instead of 35. I want to focus a little bit more on other things. I want to take on a little bit more like other things too.
I want to grow this thing too.
Yeah. Like this does take a lot of time to do. Like, we spent a good amount of time doing this, and this is, we joke, but we don't make money on this. Like, like we have sponsors and stuff, and like, but it's, you got to spend money to make money. And like this is a new venture, and we never thought it would be like this. But thank you guys so much for tuning in.
I was going to say, like, now that there is the audience of the size that we have, like, we can take it further. We didn't ever, said this many times, we did not ever expect it to become what it is now. And the way that it's trending, by year end, we'll have 100,000 followers.
We could hit it.
We could potentially hit it. And that, I mean,
it's wild to me, like, because when you think about like 80,000, we just hit 80, to have 80,000 people, like that is a NFL size stadium filled with people. So when you put that into perspective, that's amazing. And thank you guys so much for tuning in every week, like liking, sharing, commenting, engaging, all the people that love us, all the people that even hate us. Listen, I get it. Like, we have a difference of opinion, and we have always said you're allowed to voice your opinion. And we want you to be able to engage with us and give your feedback. We've seen a lot of that over the last last year and a half. So it is like, like if we were to ever pivot out of weddings and stuff like that, like, definitely line up what you want to do next. Like, personally, I did when I transitioned from a 9-to-5 into being a wedding photographer. I had that lined up. Like, I kind of set a plan in motion, and it took me a year to enact it. So, line it up. You know, like you don't want to like say, oh, I'm going to transition out of being a wedding photographer, but you still have 30 weddings on your calendar for the next year. You know, you want to start phasing it out and like taking on other projects, focusing, like if you want to be a family photographer, start showcasing more family photos, you know, things like that. Like you want to be a brand photographer, start working with brands, showcasing your brand work. So there's so many things you like you could do to transition into
but there's
that
nothing
next
wrong
role. No.
with ending your career as a wedding photographer.
No.
Like, when the time comes and you want to do that, you don't have to do it forever.
No.
There's a lot of people, our own peers in the industry who have been in business for longer than we have, who are like, I think I'm done.
Yeah. And like, you know, a lot of people say like people asked us, like, do you still get wedding anxiety?
All the time.
You know, like anxiety is a real thing. Like, and I don't know if people understand that, but like as a wedding vendor, a wedding photographer, I still get anxious before a wedding day. Did I forget this? Did I do this? Do I have this ready to go? Okay. Is my camera working? Are these things going to fail? Do I have backups upon backups? Like, am I going to, like, did I miss this moment? Like anything like that. Those are real anxieties that photographers have. And there's ways to control it and to regulate it where, you know, you feel like you have a routine in place where you could kind of curb those anxieties. But yeah, as a wedding vendor, I still get wedding anxiety every single wedding.
Always, for me, the night before, I'm fine. The morning of, I'm always like a little on edge.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily call it anxiety, but it's nerves.
Yeah.
It's nerves. But the second I walk through the door, I'm fine.
That's same.
It's just that in between 100%. Moment where I'm driving to or something like that, and I'm sitting in the car just going, do I have everything?
Yeah, you game planning your head. And
I'm already planning poses and just like.
Do you pull over a million times to like check if the gear is still in the trunk, even though you know it's in the trunk?
No, I don't do that anymore.
I still do that. Legitimately, I drive down the block and I'm like, wait, hold on. Even though I checked it before I put it in the trunk and then put it in the trunk, I was like, did I leave it in the driveway?
The last wedding that I shot with you, actually, when I was prepping my gear, like my cards and stuff in the trunk. So I was like pulling everything out and I was doing all that. And I like checked a card and I was like, did I upload this? And I did. I definitely did. But I was like, oh my God, I don't know. I popped that card out and stuck a new one in because I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I've done that.
I don't remember. Even though I'm compulsive about that shit, like the second I get home from a session or a wedding, it's automatically uploaded.
Yep.
But I still...
You still think about it. So
still doing that shit.
I remember I shot a wedding a few weeks ago at a church that was solo. It was an elopement 3 hours. And I was like kind of rushing a little bit for some reason. So I shot the church. And, you know, like I bring my Pelican into the church, like just to have it and like just to make sure, you know, like it's in there and everything. It has flashes and all that stuff.
For anyone who doesn't know what a Pelican is, because we have other vendors.
Pelican is my camera.
It's a hard camera case.
Yeah, it's a big hard camera case. So I have my Pelican.
Mike carrying a Pelican into a church.
Like the visuals that some of these other vendors probably have right now. They're like,
Pelican.
Carrying Pelican in? But like, so I took that in the church and then we did family photos outside of the church and then everybody left. Well, I got in the car and I left.
Oh.
And I forgot my case in the church. Well, air tags, baby. All of a sudden I'm driving, my phone goes off, Mike's Pelican case left behind. I was like, shit. Like legit. I was a minute down the road, but you know, it could happen to the best of us and everything like that.
I've left my light stands like outside and with my flash still attached to them and been like for night shots or something. I'll go outside, do a night shot and be like, all right, cool. I'm going back inside now. And I just leave it outside.
Yeah,
and
you're
then
like,
I'm
oh shit.
Packing up. Like, where's my flash? It's still outside.
It's like I've
2 hours later.
Yeah. So like, you know, little hack, put an air tag on things, you know, it can save you a little bit. At least it saved me there. But no, I think like...
Actually, didn't that just happen to someone?
It did. There was a photographer who got his gear stolen in Europe and he tracked it down using the air tags in the bag.
Air tags, guys.
They're really useful. He was able to track it down and it was like expensive camera too. I think it was like a Hasselblad or something.
That shit's nice.
Like he was able to like track them down find it, and he found like the people going through the bag, and he's like, that's my bag, I can tell you exactly what's in there, and like was able to get his stuff back and everything like that submitted. I think he might have submitted like everything to the authorities and everything like that, because he was missing something. It might have been cash or so, I don't remember, but he was
amazing.
able to get his stuff back. So AirTags, big hack there for people. If you're not,
love that.
I put them in everything. I have them in my main case. I have them in oh my god, I have them in my small engagement session case. Jesus, I put them in my kids' backpacks.
Put that thing on everything.
You know, Matt, don't you have a thing that like it attaches to your camera? Like you have like a AirTag thing for your case or something like that? Like the Small Rig Small Rig is a brand that makes a camera cage for videographers that you can put an AirTag in there. So really cool. But yeah, so a little hack there for all those creatives.
Yeah.
So this episode is sponsored by the Legal Paige. The Legal Paige is a legal education platform for small businesses and a contract template shop. They help you get legally legit in minutes. So Lauren,
I've been using a Legal Paige contract for a while now.
I know you have, and guess what?
Did you do it?
I did. I took the jump. I took the jump and I implemented Paige's contract into my proposals and everything.
How amazing.
Oh my God. There was so much in there that like just covers my bases.
That you wouldn't even think of.
I'm like, where was this my whole life?
Mm-hmm.
So they have literally changed the game for me. They have made me feel a lot more secure in my business. And I really think you guys should take a look.
Just take a peek.
Just take a peek. Take a peek.
And there's also something for anything. Like I've gotten a couple of destination inquiries and realized that I needed to change my contract. So you can purchase a destination wedding contract.
Yeah, maybe if you have a second shooter or an associate shooter and you need an agreement, they have those as well. So it doesn't matter what you are in the industry, whether you're a photographer, videographer, planner, florist, DJ, you name it, the Legal Paige has a contract that will make your business legally legit.
All contracts have been reviewed and critiqued by industry-leading professionals and come with free future updates made by the Legal Paige's legal team.
And I don't know if you guys know this, but Paige is a retired wedding and family photographer, as well as an attorney. So she has a very unique perspective and expertise when it comes to photography contracts. They offer education through blog posts, podcast episodes, YouTube channel, pretty much you name it.
The whole nine.
So definitely check them out. Use the link in the show notes to get legally legit. And you know what's really cool about it, Lauren? We got a code.
We got a code. Use TVT10.
And that will get you what?
10% off anything in the shop.
So you want to get your business legally legit? Check out the Legal Paige.
We just want to give a special shout out to Maru, one of our sponsors. Maru is a modern payment experience for the weddings and events industry.
Maru has added some incredible new features, including the ability to send contracts, create itemized invoices, and our personal favorite, the ability to pay contractors.
Love this.
Yeah, like that makes me so happy to have a platform that if I need to pay like an associate or a second shooter, I'm paying them right through Maru. It just goes right to their bank account, makes things so nice and easy.
It's also so neat and organized.
Yeah.
You can find anything.
Super organized. Like, I love it because I'm just like, hey, I got to print it out at the end of the year, send my accountant over for tax purposes and all that stuff.
Perfect.
It keeps things so nice and neat.
Maru is a community of 10,000 plus wedding and event professionals, and it's growing. They offer seamless transactions and a hassle-free payment experience. They make it easy for you to focus on what you do best, creating memorable experiences.
So we went over it, but with Maru, you could create and share your contract, accept and make payments without processing fees, offer clients a simpler experience, no need to sign up, just pay and go, and pay your contractors, something we both love. So it also keeps all your payments neatly organized in the central hub. You could sign up for free at maru.us/TBT. You know what was funny though? So I had this couple inquire with me, like the other day, and we met, and they pop up on, they pop up on the meeting. Like they said, how'd they hear from me? And it was like the people, like past clients of mine and everything like that. So I met with them, and the groom pops up, and I instantly recognize him. I was like, oh my God, you've been in like 3 bridal parties that I photographed, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm friends with so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. And I was like, that's like amazing. So I was thinking about this for a second, but as a wedding photographer, I think one of the best ways that you're going to get business is from like people in a bridal party that are friends, that you're kind of like invading a friend group as a wedding photographer. So like you become their photographer. There's one group of friends that I've been photographing weddings, like their friends' weddings since 2018, that I photographed 2 weddings in 2018. I photographed another one in 2020, another one in 2022. And there was like legitimately, like I took a photo at a wedding. There was the current couple, 2 past couples, and a future couple. And I took a photo with all of them. So 8 people. And I was just like, this is wild to me that as a wedding photographer, you could like work with so many people in one friend group. I was like, this is incredible. So when I thought of that for a second, because this is another one now, this would be couple number 5. I'm like, if you could get in with a friend group.
Oh yeah, you're solid.
As a photographer, oh my God.
Also, how funny was it that I was second shooting for you a couple weeks ago, and one of my grooms from 6 years ago was in the bridal party.
It's wild.
And I remembered his wedding date almost to the day. I like was one day off.
That's awesome.
He was like, damn, like you remembered that? And I was like, yeah, dude.
But that's what's really cool is like sometimes like you get in with these people and you get to know them so well and everything like that. And you start talking to the wedding party and you get to know like everybody there. And if you do a good job, and like you're personable, like remember what we said before that being a wedding photographer isn't just about taking good photos. It's about the interactions you have with the client, as well as who the client surrounds themselves with. So you are therefore engaging potential clients without even knowing it.
Right.
So you could be, God, that could lead to, when you think about it, $100,000 worth of sales if you're a wedding
not
vendor.
even that, but they post wedding, they may want to use you for all that stuff too. Like you're good.
Those couples that I reference, I've done family sessions for them every single year, like 2 or 3 of them. They just like, there's one shout out to, I have to give a shout out to Karen and Rob, who one of my all-time favorite couples. They legitimately, like her bridal party, she had, I think, 7 girls. I have photographed 4 weddings from those 7 girls. 2 were already married, okay? But 4 of the 7 bridesmaids became brides of mine. And then 2 of the other ones became clients through family sessions. So 6 out of the 7 bridesmaids became clients of mine from one wedding. So,
that's the goal.
So that's like what I mean. And like, you sometimes you don't realize what you're doing when you're doing it, but realize that how you are and how your personality is and what you're doing on the day of can affect future business. So kind of cool when you think about that, right?
The coolest.
We got other shit we could talk about. Jeez. You know what someone said to us?
Do I?
You want to read this one?
This is the planner one?
This is the planner one. Someone said this to us in DMs.
In response to us saying that we're the only ones that own the rights to the images. That's a fact. This is a fact. It's non-negotiable. It is something you cannot argue. It is black and white. We own these photos.
It's the law.
Planners were DMing us and had the audacity, yes, I am talking to you, to say, what would you capture if you didn't have us and the details we provided? A wedding is not a photo shoot.
Yep, this goes for vendors and couples, by the way. It's not a photo shoot. Remember that. A wedding day is not a photo shoot. It's not about the details. I don't know how many times we have to say this, but a wedding day is not about the details. It's about the union of 2 people coming together. Everything else is a bonus.
The absolute balls on you to say that there's nothing worth capturing without you is ridiculous. If my couple got married in a fucking parking lot, I would make it look beautiful.
Yep. Make that parking lot look pretty, baby.
They are my client, not you.
That's, I think, what some of these planners are getting away from is, it's not a photo shoot day. The photographer is not, like, you're not the photographer's client. The bride and groom or the couple is the photographer's client.
We are more than willing and have talked about this until we are blue in the face to share images with you. Mm. You will get them after the client does. You will get them if you are not an asshole to us.
And you get tagged if you're not an asshole.
And you get tagged.
Look at that.
Stop acting so entitled to the images that you are not paying for.
And stop fucking putting in your contracts that the couples have to turn over the photos to you.
They don't.
They don't.
You have to come to us for that.
Remember that. Please
Stop
remember
it.
that. It's illegal if you have that in your contract. So stop fucking putting it in there.
I would love to hear what your clients would have to say about you telling us that there's nothing worth photographing without your fucking details. Yep.
And this is what somebody said on Threads, by the way. Okay. This is a client who, posted, "Why am I signing a contract for my photographer? Why am I paying someone for a service and also giving them someone else's service for free? What is the makeup artist going to do with photos of people who did not receive their services?" So this makeup artist put in their contract, social media publications. The client agrees that any photos posted or published on any platform by any person in the bridal party shall include the tag of so-and-so and so-and-so. Okay? Photographers are required to tag the artist in any and all published work. The client also agrees to provide digital copies of the wedding photographs to so-and-so, so-and-so. Photographer's name, photographer's social media, photographer's email. The audacity to send that to your client? Are you serious? Like, you have no right to do that. That is illegal. That contract is illegal.
Your client has an agreement with the photographer.
Yeah.
If you would like any of those things from the photographer, you need to request it from the photographer. Mm-hmm. This is a stupid way of trying to skirt around laws, and you're losing. Like, this is not how this works. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. I really can't fathom the idea of you're being provided already, in most cases, free marketing materials for vendors who get along with you and want to develop that relationship further. Mm-hmm. You're also like expecting so much of photographers in certain cases. Like, I've gotten messages like a couple days after an event.
Like, hey, you have photos?
Hey, can you send me photos?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll receive them after the client does.
Yeah, I'll send you the gallery.
In 8 to 10 weeks.
Yeah, I'll send you the gallery when it's complete. Sorry.
But also, you have to understand, I'm not going to send you the full gallery if a client has sensitive images in there.
Yeah, same. You know?
There are kids' faces in there. Mm-hmm. There are family members who maybe have privacy issues. Mm-hmm. You know, there are a lot of factors into someone's private wedding gallery. Even the galleries that I release to potential leads, I've gotten permission from my clients to send them.
I only send a portion, like, to potential leads. Like, they only get to see the highlights of a wedding day. They never get to see the full gallery, like, without me being on the meeting. So that's one of the things is, like, a lot of these vendors don't understand that you cannot force your client to sign over image rights to you.
You can't force me.
Like, and I won't do that either. Like, that's not how it works, sweetie. Sorry. That's not how it works. So
I'm sick of this conversation because it's just like, yes, you want what you want, but you also want free branding and marketing materials. Yeah. And if you want that shit that badly, hire your own photographer.
Do a fucking styled shoot.
Do a styled shoot. Hire your own photographer. Pay us.
Show your creativity. You want to fucking do this shit, use it as a advertiser or marketing material, do a fucking styled shoot. That's where you can. You want to be, you're a planner, you're a floral designer, shit like that. Hire your own photographer, set up a styled shoot, show it off, okay? Label that it's a styled shoot, by the way. But at the same point, okay, showcase that. A wedding day is not a fucking photo shoot. It's not a photo shoot. Remember that. Vendors, couples as well. Remember, it's not a fucking photo shoot, all right? Go out, couples, go out, have a great fucking day. Enjoy your day. Have the best day possible, but don't worry about all the little shit that goes into it. We've said that before. And vendors, stop thinking it's a fucking photo shoot where we're going to provide you with every little detail.
If you miss one of your details, like, I don't know.
I don't give a shit about your details.
Candle holder. I don't know. Like,
I honestly, like, yeah, exactly. Like, oh, did you have a shot of the candle holder from table 7? No, I don't fucking have that. Here's a wide shot of the room. Here's a close-up of your centerpiece and stuff like that. I will happily provide photos to a vendor without question, and I want you to be able to use that in your like advertising, social media, all that stuff. I will happily provide it if, one, you're not a dick, and two, okay, like you're going to use it properly and tag, okay, but at the same fucking
not if you're going to do shady shit like this.
Yeah, but if you're demanding images from from the client, from the couple, and trying to get around the photographer copyright, nope. Doesn't work like that.
That's like it's like us trying to use your services for free.
Yeah.
You're not putting yourself in our position at all.
Yeah.
So like what?
Yeah.
The fuck is this?
Stop it. Stop it. Oh my God. Okay.
Enough already.
I'm done talking about this.
Conversation over. I'm not talking about this shit again.
Jesus Christ.
Pisses me off.
You know what?
I'm cranky now. I need food.
You hangry?
Yeah.
You hangry? You know what someone said though?
What?
We'll wrap it on this one. Someone said we should do like the bridal sessions or a couple sessions, like get it, hair, makeup, getting the dress, getting the like the tux and everything like that on different day than the wedding day, and then that way you could just go and enjoy the whole day.
I love this for the right couple.
For the right couple.
For the right couple that doesn't care about that kind of.
I think it's actually popular in other parts of the world.
I know. Every time we go to planning fields, there's like an couple of Asian descent usually doing this, and I feel like that's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
They've got it right. It's a great idea.
Let's normalize this a little bit because that would be kind of cool when you think about it. Like I know it would require a lot more from the couple in terms of, you know, you got to spend more money, obviously get hair and makeup done and all that stuff. We're just talking about the photos of the couple.
Yeah, just the couple. No family or anything like that.
No
just the
family,
couple's bridal portraits.
Like, so
or wedding portraits,
it's essentially think of an engagement shoot, but in your wedding attire.
I love it.
I love it too.
Takes a lot of pressure off of them.
Yeah. Like, why don't we do these more? Is this a thing? Can we make this a thing? Let's make this a trend.
Okay? It definitely happens. Like I was talking to you about it last night. Or was it?
I don't remember.
At some point yesterday, we talked about it. I had a couple inquiring about they're not doing a traditional wedding.
Yesterday morning, yeah.
But they wanted wedding photos.
Yeah.
So she's got a dress, he's got a suit, and they want to have like nice wedding portraits at the Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
And I was like, love that.
Yeah, I did one of those last year. That's great.
Like 2 hours of just the two of you. It's fantastic.
Easy peasy. And I did that last year. I did exactly that last year, and it was great. It was so easy. It was simple. You know, we took it at the best time of day. Like they were all dressed to the nines. Like it was great.
You get to choose your time of day.
Yeah, like you get the best time of day to shoot. You know, why not? So I think
don't have to worry about traffic and timelines and drunk wedding parties.
Don't get me wrong, couples, like, you know, obviously it adds a little extra stress, but like if you think about it. You know, instead of doing an engagement shoot, maybe you do a bridal session, and like, cause you got to get a hair trial and a makeup trial, so you could probably coordinate it like that.
It has to be for the right couple.
Yeah, it has to be for the right couple. Yes,
because you know we have a lot of, I would say the majority of people are placing a very high value in our area on either a first look or seeing each other down the aisle. So you have to be the couple that's like, we don't care about that.
Yeah,
we just want nice photos.
Yeah.
And then it works. You know. I think regardless, that moment where you do see each other, because at that point you wouldn't have to do a first look. You would just walk down the aisle like any other person would. Yeah. You've already done your portraits. That is still a very impactful moment. We've talked about this so much, but it doesn't change the emotions that you feel that day of. But
no. I think obviously it has to be for the right couple and everything like that. It might not be for everybody, but you know, at the same point, like maybe if you have a stressful day or you have like a jam-packed day or something like that, maybe this is a way to kind of curb that. Yeah. Doing your portraits beforehand, like a day before, 2 days before, something like that.
Get it done out of the way.
Get it done out of the way. You get into that dress one, you know, like do your final fitting or something like that, like hair and makeup done. Like do your trial, you could get that all done and then do your photo shoot that night or something like that.
Love it.
So not a bad way to think about it. Maybe this is different. Like, we don't do this in New York. It's not something we do here, but maybe it's something that we do in other parts of the world or other parts of the country.
Like I said, I've seen it happen in planning fields all the time.
I've done bridal sessions before. Like, when I lived in North Carolina, I actually, like, one of the first photo shoots I did was a bride got dressed in her dress. It was just her. And, like, she did a bridal shoot, just her. It was like a bridal portrait session.
Okay.
Which is apparently, like, this was 12, maybe 15 years ago. So it was like, maybe it's still happening down there, but I don't know. Like, that was like a thing when I was down there.
I don't know.
Like, brides would get dressed in their dress, hair, makeup done, and all that stuff, and do portraits just of them.
Every time I go to planning fields, like on a weekday, right? Like Tuesday evening, something like that. There's always a couple doing wedding photos. Oh. And like, no one gets married on Tuesday.
Might be something.
They got something going on.
Well,
or when I shot at I did an engagement shoot at what the hell? The Castle. What the hell is that place called?
The Castle?
Hempstead House.
Oh, cool place.
They always do like photo sessions there too.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Oh, maybe we just don't see it. Maybe we're just, in the minority here.
Can we do that?
Can someone book us for these? I like this. But yeah, this is a weird episode. The fuck we talk about today? A lot of stuff.
90s things, and then also I ranted.
Yeah. Legends never die. R.I.P. James Earl Jones.
I'm too pretty for this.
That's what her shirt says. We didn't point that out.
Don't judge the makeup on my collar.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, Lauren, where can they find you?
Stay humble. You can find me at LaurenO'BrienPhoto.com and Lauren O'Brien Photo and the Feral Photog on Instagram and TikTok. Mike, where can they find you?
At Michael Casara Photo on Instagram, TikTok, as well as my website. And you can find us at the Vendor Table Pod on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, as well as
our Facebook group.
Guys, it's been fun. I'll catch you next time.
Okay, bye.